Well, hello, and welcome to my fireside chat. Really excited to see you guys again. We are going to talk about what you need to do today. And before we get too far into that, reminders. At this point, you should have finished everything for the Coro Knowledge Project, which is what we introduced on the 13th before we left for this break. That means you've done three things. You finished the Arrive document that's titled Coro Knowledge, and to that same document, you have uploaded the picture of your one pager and the video of your annotations. If you have not done those last two things, you need to make sure you do that. Most of you have completed Arrive, which is great, but the other two things are worth more points than Arrive. So get those in, reach out to us if you can't. For today, everything that you are working on today is due on Friday at 11:59. You will see a document on Google Classroom that will help you take through these different pieces of the work. You're going to start with Arrive. You're going to read from pages 262 to 271. You are going to update a personal vocabulary tracking document, which will be in the same assignment document for today. Upload your videos to Classroom, and then there's some extra credit if you want to practice some of the vocabulary words from In Cold Blood. Really easy, short practice assignment, and then you can screenshot to show us that you finished at the bottom of your page. For office hours today, we have optional office hours. What you're going to do for that is you're going to open up your Google Calendar. You will see that there are a bunch of different half-hour slots. If you want to come and pop into any of those, feel free. You do not have to, but we'll be there chatting, answering any of your questions. For Friday, it is mandatory. We're going to start working on personal statements, and we need to get those revised and finalized by the end of the year. And so we'll be doing mini lessons live with all of you. So then you can watch the mini lesson and then have some extra time to ask questions to make sure it's clear what's expected of you. There are a couple different times where you can do that on Friday, so please join one of them that works for you on the calendar. Reach out if there are any problems with that. And then also we have reached out to you to let you know that we have individual one-on-one times. This can be a chance for you to just pop in, ask any questions about missing work or anything about the work that you're currently doing. We'd love to see you. For Arrive, here is a slide to help time yourself, 5 minutes. Please don't take much more time than that. You should be able to do it. We do it in class every day. Here is a prompt in case you want to, but you can also go and choose a prompt for yourself, or as always, just use it as a chance to do free writing. So as you annotate today, the focus area is going to be on brief summaries. We have these tools to help you as well. I recorded myself reading this section out loud, and then there's some reminders of how we're grading for annotations. During this part of the text, you're going to pick up when Dick and Perry are still in prison, and you're going to learn more about what time was like for them there. Additionally, related to them, you're going to learn about the defense attorneys and their plan and hopes for how to save Dick and Perry, a way to prove them innocent, or at least prove that they weren't kind of aware of what was going on at the time. And in other words, prove that they were mentally insane. We know that probably won't work. It doesn't sound like they are insane necessarily. There's a lot going on for both of them, though, and so you'll hear about some of those aspects. Lastly, the scene ends at the Clutter home, pictured here on the slide, where there is an estate sale. After someone has passed away, or in this case has been murdered in a home, there's oftentimes the chance for people in the neighboring communities to come and buy some of the items there. That usually means that the families themselves aren't interested in collecting those items, and they want to make money off of that opportunity. So you will hear about who shows up to that and what it is like and who buys what. As you're reading, you're going to be annotating for brief summaries, and here's what this actually looks like. So here is a brief part of one of the pages that I have. Notice as well that I'm still annotating for Steele, right? We're not getting rid of the other parts of annotating, we're just taking it up a notch each day. On the margins here, I have my brief summaries, and clearly when I say brief, it really is. Perry's motorcycle crash and the effects. This part of the paragraph is where we learn about that. Here's where we learned about the tattoos that Perry has of Cookie, of the flower, this whole section here. And that's it, right? It's just easy for me then to go back in the book and find, hey, where did they describe Perry's tattoos? Oh, right, it was on page 36, and my annotations can help with that. You know that I'm pretty good at finding things quickly in the book, and a huge reason for that is because of my annotations. Once you are done with annotating, you're going to upload your video to Google Classroom. Many of you have been successful at this. Many of you have not tried, and some of you have had some trouble. So here's a really quick tutorial video about how to do this.
Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you about how to upload a video that you've taken on your phone into Google Classroom. So the first thing you're going to do is go to Google Classroom on your phone.
Make sure you install
You
it.
choose the class that you're in. Then from here, you'll see the assignment that you're supposed to upload. So for instance, this is our planning quiz. You can go to Add Attachment. From here, you can either take it right then and there by saying Use Camera. You can go to Pick Photo, which we're going to do because I've previously recorded my video. So let's go Camera Roll. So say this is the video that I'm going with. I go Choose. And it's going to make the video an appropriate format. And there we go. It should be in there. After this is done loading, we can press.
Cool. So that should be pretty easy for you to do.
If you are on a computer,
either way that you want to do it, either a live recording or you want to upload a video, you can choose what works to you. But we do want it uploaded in Classroom. It's much easier for us to grade there. So try that out before you try to text it or email it. So then the last thing you're going to work on is the vocabulary tracking, as I mentioned at the beginning. You're going to choose those words, right? As you're annotating, you're circling words that you don't know what they mean or you're not sure you could define them on your own. Here is my example from when I was reading on page 24. It's the word agog. So you're going to copy the vocabulary word. You're going to type up the sentence or the part of the sentence from the text. This one I did need the whole sentence. Nancy and her protege, Jolene Katz, were also satisfied with their morning's work. Indeed, the latter, a thin 13-year-old, was agog with pride. This sentence seems to be pretty positive. Satisfied, I know, has a positive connotation. And so my guess, based on the context clues, I said that it has a positive connotation, and I thought it related to pride. So it means like overflowing with pride, some sort of like big adjective to describe the amount of pride that she has. When I ended up looking it up on the dictionary, it says agog means very eager or curious to hear or see something. So eager, excited, impatient. So in this case, then I think agog with pride probably means like excited, like she's feeling really great about the work she did with Nancy. So that is the process here. I do want you to take a guess before you look it up, right? It's important that you're engaging with context clues, and so that's what we're looking for there. Just 5 words should take you about 20 minutes. Extra credit again, you're going to click on this link that's here on the slide, and they have vocabulary practice that's related to the text. What I assigned for today is the last to see them alive, which is the first part of Inkle Blood, so what we read together in class. That's it for the assigned work, but we have some fun blast from the past for you. This is a picture of me and my siblings. I think in this picture I am roughly in 6th or 7th grade and was not super pleased about having to dress up like my siblings at this stage of my life, but we look cute, I suppose. Some very interesting haircut choices by my mom. If you know my sister, Miss LePage, that's her right there, just rocking braces. Here is Mr. Peary. I believe that this is his high school senior picture. Just looking great. And the same for Miss Buck. She took hers, I believe, in Colorado Springs, down at the Garden of the Gods. So that's everything we have. Reminders for what you need to do are in this slide deck, and we're really excited to see you posting everything, getting caught up if you need to. Anything that has been assigned so far, you can do for some credit, so please get caught up as much as you can. Shout out to the students who have even been going back earlier into the book and doing the annotations and sending videos of that. Anything is fair game. Do whatever you can to get your grades to where you want. Thank you guys for tuning in to my fireside chat, and we'll see you guys soon.